Hello everyone, I am Jen-Hung Wang and I'm going to talk about the quality education based on the Ice House Opportunity Discovery Canvas in this presentation. There are 17 goals to reach sustainable future and my goal is to reach the fourth one, quality education. There are some differences between every country's education system. For example, Finland is known for the best education system in the world because of the difference between circumstances and cultures. It is impossible to copy the teaching mode on other countries. As a result, I want to mainly discuss the education problem, how to solve it in my nation, which is Taiwan. Taiwan is a small island next to China, and the population in Taiwan is almost the same as in Australia. The worst thing in Taiwan education system is even if they got an incredible grade in high school, it is totally not enough to enter a great university. They must have an excellent performance on extracurricular and school performance at the same time. But most of the schools only teach about how to get a good grade on courses. There are only few schools willing to help students doing career exploration. So the main problems in Taiwan education system are resources misallocation and outdated regulation and policy. For those parents who can send their children to an expensive private school, they do not need to worry about that could their kids go to a good university in the future, because they always have enough resources to help students to build up a wonderful personal profile to apply to their first choice university. However, most parents can only send their kids to a normal school which may let them get a good grade but also got an ordinary personal portfolio. Welfare is one of the strategies that can narrow the education resources inequality caused by capitalism. However, the power of the welfare is limited in Taiwan, so I want to help every child can receive a great education to find out their interests in an early stage to make sure they have enough experience and time to work on it. In fact, the Taiwanese government did try to help high schoolers to find out their interests, but they only gave them around 30 minutes weekly to watch some of the videos to let them find out. Even if they really find an interest, it might be denied by their parents with not being productive as an excuse. The best option is to develop their interest and talent much earlier to prove that they do have enough ability to make it as a career in the future. Instead of inventing an app or textbook tool to help parents to educate their children, I prefer to affect the education system from the beginning. In other words, I want to build up a series of educational institutions from kindergarten to high school, because the earlier kids reach a good quality of education, the bigger influence on their future. As a result, I want to start a new business which is a kindergarten with vivid teaching approaches and tools. There are basically 5 teaching dimensions to let kids discover their interests and learn at the same time. Cerebral, emotional, physical, social, and spiritual is the 5 elements to make kids learn and explore their interests at the same time. For example, in an outdoor activity, children could control their emotion to communicate with others to win in the game, which can help teachers understand what the children are good at and find out the potential interest. Due to the quasi-policy in Taiwan, running a kindergarten is much easier than before. Quasi-policy means kindergarten has to follow more regulations strictly and write report to submit to education sector every week. And those parents only need to pay about half or less than half of the tuition fee because government subsidizes the amount of the payment to the kindergarten monthly. A great teaching quality could bring school excellent reputation, which can attract more potential customers willing to put their kids inside the school. As long as we kept a good teaching quality with certain level of cost, we can improve the education system from the beginning and the profit at the same time. And this is the reference. And thank you for your listening.